I'm Sister Kim Herndon, Pastor Herndon's wife. It's that time for our morning devotional. Get ready for a word from the Lord. Be blessed.
Good morning. God bless you. Thank you, Kim. I appreciate you and love you. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to our morning meditations, our morning devotionals. I'm Pastor Lonnie Herndon, and what a joy and privilege it is to come to you every morning and share a word from the Lord. Let me thank all of you who watch every morning, the great men and women of God who share from this pulpit a morning meditation. Let me say, as a pastor, I'm so proud of each of them. It blesses me to start my morning with a word from God from all of those who share in the morning meditations. Let me tell you how grateful and thankful I am for all of you who share and all of you who comment and share with us how blessed you are. Well, today, good morning. There is a word from the Lord for you today, and I want you to meditate on this word that I share with you today all day long. It comes from John chapter 11, verse number 22. Listen to the words of this passage out of the New Living Translation. But even now, I know that God will give you whatever you ask. Listen to the words of this text, John 11, verse number 22. But even now, I know God will give you whatever you ask. Here's the background of the passage. In John chapter 11, it's the story of Mary, Martha, and Lazarus. You Bible readers might be familiar with this story. The Bible declares that there's a friend of Jesus by the name of Lazarus who gets sick. And his wonderful sisters, Mary and Martha, they contact Jesus and says, Jesus, your homie is sick. Your boy is sick. And the expectation is that we've contacted you. We shot you a text. We hit you up on email. We DM'd you on Instagram. And our expectation is, Jesus, we made a request and we want you to come see about your boy. Matter of fact, it's not any old regular person. This is somebody you have relationship with. And the Bible declares that Jesus' response is this. Thanks for letting me know. I'm paraphrasing the passage. Thanks for letting me know about Lazarus. I got your DM, I got your email, I got your text, I got your call. But his sickness is not unto death. It's for the glory of God. Verse number 4, that the Son of God might be glorified in this. And this is amazing. In verse number 6, the Bible declares in John chapter 11 that Jesus then stays 2 more days in the place he is at. Now, the expectation was that at the moment we contact Jesus, because we have this relationship with him, that he is supposed to immediately respond. That's what Mary and Martha expect. They expect, Jesus, we prayed. Jesus, we talked to you about it. Jesus, we turned it over to you. Jesus, we placed it in your lap. We placed it in your hands. We prayed the scriptures. We lined up the scriptures, and this is in your will. When we're sick, we call upon you. You are the healer. Jesus, come and see about your boy. Listen, we know you read the text. We know you read the email. We know you got the call. We know you heard the voicemail. Now, Jesus, come see about him. Because the expectation is we talked to you about him, and now we want you to heal him. The Bible declares that Jesus stays 2 more days where he is. This is amazing because the Bible declares that by the time that Jesus does get there to see about Lazarus and to come to the aid of Mary and Martha, that the situation has grown from bad to worse. Now remember, when they first start praying about it, he was sick. But by the time Jesus gets there, Lazarus has died. Mary stays in the house, hears that Jesus is coming. She stays in the house. But Martha, a little bit more feisty. Martha, the Bible declares, and you got to read this when you get a chance. In verse number 20, that she meets him in the road, and she comes out to Jesus and says, Jesus, I need to have conversation with you, because I want to tell you something. If you would have been here, this would not have happened. Now, please get this, because I want you to identify who you are today. Mary's kind of reserved, the one always sitting at Jesus' feet. She's just chilling in the house, probably dealing with her emotions internally. But Martha is like, nah, I'm going to say something to him, because when you contact him, he ought to respond. He ought to do exactly what we desire of him. Jesus, I called you. Jesus, we reached out to you. But while she's feisty, she still is reverent, because she says something that blesses my heart. And I want you to hold on to this word today. She says, Jesus, if you would have been here, this would not have happened. But here's the shout of the text. She says, but even now, this is verse number 22, I know that whatever you asked of God, he'll do it. I want you to hold on to this word today. This is for you. Because Mary and Martha have reached out to Jesus, and it seems like he's taken too long and that things are not going to work out. But when Martha says, even now, I want to suggest that she's demonstrating faith and she's working on her patience. Let me say it again. She's demonstrating faith and she's working on, or God's working on her patience. Pastor, what do you mean? Because when she says even now, what she's saying is regardless of what it looks like, as long as you show up, it doesn't matter when you get here. As long as you're on the throne, as long as you're reigning, as long as you're still God, as long as I put it in your hands, I can't tell you when to fix it. I can't tell you when to make it ready. I can't tell you how to do it. But I do know one thing. I trust that because it's in your hands, that even now, I know it's broken. I know it's shattered. I know it's falling apart. I know it's sick. I know we're depleted. I know we're empty. I know what the bank account says. But even now, as long as you're on the case, glory to God, I know things can turn. And today I want to tell you, child of God, this is your morning meditation. Even now. Pastor, what do you mean? It doesn't matter what it looks like now. Even now. Because Jesus is on the case, because you placed it in his hands. I don't care how many times you've been turned down for credit, even now. I don't care how wayward the children are. I don't care how displaced they are, even now. I don't care how long you've been laid off or furloughed. I don't care how many times you've been turned down by that company or turned down for the promotion. I don't care how many resumes you have out there. I don't care how many times you applied for lending. I don't care what the doctor says. I don't care what stage it is. I don't care what they think. I want to tell you, even now, because it's in the hands of God, he has the power to turn it around. She said these words. I know the condition Lazarus is in, and I want you to put in the chat your Lazarus. What seems like it won't turn around? What seems like it will not be fixed? But I've come with a word from God, and God told me to tell you, even now. And matter of fact, I want to leave this verse with you today, and this verse chases me every day. I live with this verse. I remember this verse, and that verse is Isaiah chapter 60. Verse number 22, it says, when the time is right, I, the Lord, will make it happen. Listen to this verse. You hold on to this today. Isaiah 60, verse 22, when the time is right, I, the Lord, will make it happen. I want to tell you today, be encouraged. I don't want you to focus on how long it's been. I don't want you to focus on the condition that it's in. God's call for you today is to trust his timing. God's call for you today is to say it's in his hands. God's word for you today is to say, Lord, I trust you even when I don't know when. And Lord, I thank you for using this situation to teach me patience. There are those watching me that you put stuff in the microwave and you put it on for 3 minutes and you're the person that opens it up at 2 minutes and 30 seconds. You're the person that deposits a check and 1 hour later you're calling to see if it has been approved. You're the person that sends the email and you're waiting for approval and you're watching. You're always watching. You're always anxious. You're always nervous. You're always getting ahead. I want to tell you, God's trying to teach you how to relax and know that he's in charge. I'm telling you today, child of God, relax. God has this. I'm telling you, not in your timing, but in his. Listen, he's going to do it, but it's in his timing. Let God today, through the scriptures, build your faith. Let you, through this test and trial, let your patience be worked on. God's teaching me how to be patient. He's teaching me how to trust him in faith. And in God's timing, it's going to work out for you good. Be encouraged today. Be encouraged today. It will happen in God's timing. Say it with me. It will happen in God's timing, even now. Be encouraged today. Thank you for listening to our morning meditations. Listen, join us every morning. Every morning, set that alert, set that alarm, and let us know that our morning meditations is blessing your life. I am grateful and thankful for you watching and you sharing. And know today that we're covering you in prayer. My prayer for you today is put it in his hands and leave it there. He's got your best interests at heart. Have a wonderful day in the Lord.